Assalamualaikum and good morning. We are from Group 3 and on today's presentation, we will be discussing the case study analysis of Home Depot. My name is Nurul Aina Shafika and I'll be the first presenter. Okay, first let us begin with the case background. So basically, Home Depot was founded by Arthur Blank and Bernice Marcus in 1978, which provides home improvement goods at the lowest price along with excellent customer service, from a knowledgeable staff to both professional contractors and the do-it-yourself customers. Since then, the company has expanded to become the world's largest retailer of home improvement goods. Home Depot was acknowledged for its entrepreneurial style of management. This company successfully operated informally for 20 years. The store managers were given the authority to make their own merchandise choices and have considerable autonomy in managing their stores. Even the purchasing department was decentralized. But later in December 2000, despite his lack of retail experiences, Robert L. Netherly was appointed as the president, CEO, and chairperson of the Home Depot Board of Directors. Netherly adopted an utterly different strategy as he brought in military manpower and ideas given to his military experiences, which resulted in intentionally changed corporate culture. Netherly implemented a centralized management structure by centralizing merchandising and purchasing based on the Six Sigma. Every executive and store director under Netherly were held accountable for specific financial goals and were fired instantly if the goals were unmet. Netherly also has transitioned to a part-time workforce, eliminating several full-time jobs and ranked every employee. In addition to that, Netherly enforced a new strategy by building out the Home Depot supply division to conquer new markets and shifted the focus of the retail stores. However, in January 2007, Netherly was replaced by Frank Blick, even though Netherly has grown the company's revenue tremendously. Nevertheless, Home Depot's stock price remained stagnant during his tenure. Also, all the changes introduced by Netherly had caused the declining in the employees' morale. Fear and mistrust pervaded the atmosphere as a result of the strategy, which forced them to concentrate on retaining their current roles through extreme productivity, causing them to fall short on customer service, resulting in numerous complaints and decreasing customer satisfaction. Next, we move on to the decision maker for Home Depot, which is Frank Blick. In January 2007, Frank Blick took over as the chair and CEO of Home Depot as a way for the company's board of directors to expel Netherly. The appointment of Blake was primarily because shareholders' disappointment with the output of Home Depot's stock price during Netherly's tenure, as well as Netherly's militaristic leadership style and poor growth strategy, which affected the employees' morale and decreased in customer satisfaction. Formerly, Blake was already an executive vice president of business development and corporate operation for Home Depot since 2002. Blake acknowledged that the challenges he had to bear upon honoring his position, especially to rise above the competition. Hence, as the new CEO, Blake is responsible for making the home improvement giant profitable again and reforming to restore the damaged aspect of the corporation. The megatrend for this case study is recession. Recession is a significant megatrend that can have a substantial impact on Home Depot. This is supported when Alan Greenspan, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, warned on February 26 that a recession could occur later in 2007. The National Bureau of Economic Research defined a recession as a significant decline in economic activity spread across the economy, lasting more than a few months. There are many causes of economic recession towards any businesses, but the main cause of recession that will be highly impacted towards Home Depot will be rising employment rates and falling wages and income. This is because certain businesses will go bankrupt, causing employees to lose their job. Also, firms can lay off employees or keep their employees' wages low in an effort to cut costs. Home Depot could be affected in a way that the rises of unemployment rate and declines in wages and income would cause the consumer purchasing power to fall. This would result in lower sales generated, and if the consumer purchasing power to fall even further and worsen, Home Depot might be unable to cover up its operating costs, which given the possibility for Home Depot to go bankrupt.
My name is Mazlina Zakira, and now we move on to the major issue and alternatives for Home Depot. Based on all the symptoms found in this case, the major issue of Home Depot is poor growth strategy. Since 1981, when Home Depot made their first appearance in public up until the year 2007 before the appointment of Frank Blake as the CEO, some patterns can be seen in Home Depot in terms of profit making, customer satisfaction, stock prices, and others. During Nadeli's time, higher sales were gained by Home Depot due to his centralized management style. It is undeniable that centralized management has led to beneficial aspects for Home Depot, such as discipline and well-informed employees. Unfortunately, due to lack of experiences in retail business and bad decisions made by Nadeli, strategies implemented appear to be stagnant and have caused internal problems, which also caused a decrease in growth of Home Depot business performance. The growth rate can also be seen numerically as Home Depot's rate of net sales decreasing over the time from 12% in 2006 and 11.4% in 2007. Furthermore, it has been stated in the case that Home Depot's shares went down around 7% and showed significant difference when compared to Lowe's, which increased more than 200%. This has caused dissatisfaction in Home Depot's shareholders. Due to certain bad decisions by Nadeli as mentioned before, it has led to customer dissatisfaction as well, which makes customers choose competitors over Home Depot. Among the issues are when Nadeli started to implement his military leadership style. This has created a culture of fear among workers. At that time, employees are responsible for their own financial goals and will be expelled immediately from Home Depot if they do not achieve that goal. As a result, employee motivation decreases and the quality of customer service deteriorates, which leads to customer dissatisfaction and at the same time contributes to a decrease in sales. The two alternatives that were considered to solve the major issue are Blue Ocean Strategy and Red Ocean Strategy. Blue Ocean Strategy defined by a strategy to penetrate an entirely new market and demand. It is an execution from a company to create an uncontested market that has yet to exist. In the case of Home Depot, which is a well-known brand, it is appropriate for Home Depot to apply Blue Ocean by just altering the boundary demand of the existing industry. One of the key methods in implementing Blue Ocean is creating. Hence, Home Depot should decide which factors that need to be created that had never been created by any other companies in the home improvement industry. In this case, Home Depot could create a platform that will be used to provide customers guidance, ideas on DIY projects. As mentioned in the case, Home Depot used to target contractors that already have home improvement skills and expertise as their customers. Through this platform, it will be used as a tool to educate Home Depot's customers that have no home improvement skills. As for example, one of the platform's inside information is providing guidance on how to install cabinets, for example. There will be step-by-step instructions, recommended tools and equipment, and also tips on maintaining those cabinets. In the future, there might be new features that can be added into this platform. Not only this would entice broader groups of customers beyond contractors, but it will also guarantee Home Depot's product sales. Next is Red Ocean Strategy. Red Ocean is defined by execution of a company focusing on competing in the existing market space, beating the aggressive competition for a greater share of limited demand by lowering the cost and increasing the value of its existing product. It mainly shows the company penetrating into the saturated market by upholding their existing position in the company. For Home Depot to win this competition, they are required to create and enhance some elements with their existing products. It is aimed to differentiate the product of Home Depot with the product of its competitors. In this case, there were none of the home improvement companies that provide eco-friendly products yet. This can be an opportunity for Home Depot to enhance the features of their product with eco-friendly elements. As for example, the rubber mulch, the one that usually in red and can be used as surfaces in landscape, playground and backyard houses, Home Depot can supply this product by using 100% recycled tires. This will definitely benefit the environment as the rubber mulch repels insects and allows water and air to flow freely through it. Therefore, Home Depot can cultivate and tackle their existing customers and at the same time spread awareness of the importance of preserving the environment and increase their company's image.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Adriana binti Abi Aziz and I will present to all of you the decision criteria and one of the analytical tools, SWOT analysis. Next is decision criteria. Both alternatives can be evaluated by these three decision criteria. The first is to assess the sustainable competitive advantage. They need to ensure that the customer's preference is mainly towards Home Depot over its competitors. By developing this criteria, Home Depot can dominate a greater amount of market share and thus create strong returns to the shareholders in a long term. Second, strengthen market leader position in this industry. This is to sustain the position of it and improve the business agility of Home Depot time to value. Business agility here means the ability of an organization to adapt quickly to market changes internally and externally. Lastly, cost efficiencies and minimization. As Home Depot is associated with the feeble financial profit and the housing market instability, at the moment, the Home Depot must make decisions that can maximize the growth of Home Depot and at the same time utilize the alternatives in an efficient way. Moving on to the analytical tools that we use for Home Depot is SWOT and tester analysis. We choose this strategy because we want to assess the internal and external environment of Home Depot in SWOT and at the same time focusing more on the external factors in every aspect in pastel that have an impact to the business operations and home improvement market industry as a whole. As we all know, Home Depot is competing in competitive market, which make our analytical tools to be more interesting and insightful. For strength, first, Home Depot is the biggest player in the home improvement market industry due to the company has become a leader in being the largest retailer and wholesaler diversified distributor. Second, Home Depot is one of the most recognizable brands in the world. They have expanded their operations across the countries and it provides a good sense of trust to its customer. Despite the fact that they are offering extensive product offerings, cost leadership is also one of their strengths in which they offer low price to their customers. On the other hand, Home Depot faces weaknesses in their management as such organizational structural issues, disoriented retail management, and a deficiency of competent workers. This can be seen when there is a conflict between the shareholders and top management due to the underperformance of the company until it brings effect to the employee morale and customers. Due to the cut costs, the management preferred to hire part-time workers that are lacking with appropriate training until the knowledgeable staff available to the customers is deficient. As a result, there is an increase of customer dissatisfaction on the customer services provided by the Home Depot. To add on that, the abandonment of retail store has led to the lack of staff to assist customers and unorganized of general appearance of Home Depot retail stores. As for opportunities, Home Depot has an opportunity to expand their operations in the foreign countries and Facebook social media networking that has a good economic growth. Second, to obtain customer loyalty can be seen when Home Depot has dominated the market share of home improvement industry. This is great opportunity for Home Depot to retain their existing customers to be sustainable. Lastly, threats. Home Depot has competitors with similar product in line with Menards and Lowe's. Home Depot is primarily a retailing company. It does not have any products produced under their brand. This might negatively affect Home Depot in the long run. As for new players entering into the home improvement market, this could be a threat for Home Depot to lose its customer for these fresh faces. Last but not least, threat of less demand for installation service. Since Home Depot was the pioneer company of DIY home improvement projects, customers will be normalizing installing furniture or improving by themselves and cause this service to be less prominent. Therefore, after analyzing all the elements of SWOT analysis, we bring together the key factors internally and externally to form a strategy that becoming tool strategy. For SO strategy, first is to integrate customer segmentation by providing products that can easily be used by older and younger customers. As mentioned in the case, Home Depot's strength is by having the abilities to provide a wide variety of products but mostly catered towards normal functioning adults. Hence, it is appropriate for Home Depot to provide products that are suitable for senior citizens and children as well, since they are part of Home Depot's target customers. This could gain more customers' loyalty since it creates the impression of how inclusive Home Depot's products are. Second, Home Depot can use the brand presence and equity to market their product in the Facebook social media platform, since that platform has a rapid development in 2007. For ST strategy, since Home Depot is the biggest player in the home improvement market, it is an opportunity for Home Depot to acquire the new players that entered the market to avoid competition from them. As the biggest player, they should have the resources to execute this. Besides, Home Depot also could gain new resources and fresh ideas from these new players. It is also a chance for Home Depot to control the entry of barriers from other new players. For WO strategy, Home Depot should develop an inclusive environment in which the employees can freely express their own opinion and point of view and have an equal contribution on the development and growth. When employees contribute more to the organization directly, it also has an effect on the company as a whole and leads to new business ideas, improved operations, and innovative solutions. Lastly, WT strategies. Home Depot should increase their incentive employees program to uplift their motivation and at the same time have a change on the way the organization operates. This can be done by the top management to praise and reward their work and dedication to the company consistently and frequently. Along with that, Home Depot can retain their high-skilled employees and boost employees' confidence in doing their tasks accordingly. In addition to that, Home Depot could recruit more expertise to provide a strong team in the planning stage.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Iqlil Akilah binti Muhammad Azmi. Moving on to the second analytical tools for this case study, which is pastel analysis. Okay, first, under political factors. As mentioned in the case, Home Depot is quartered in Georgia, United States. Home Depot is chargeable to 35% of federal corporate tax and 6% of Georgia state corporate tax. The United States had the highest combined statutory corporate income tax rate. High levels of taxes would demotivate the company because it would be incapable to maximize profits and diverts domestic and foreign investors to invest in the company. In addition, since Home Depot recently expanded their operation in China, tax imposed by China is very crucial in the company's capital decision-making process. China recently enacted the Corporate Income Tax Law, the CIT law, on March 16, 2007. The CIT law lowered the CIT rate from 33% to 25% and allowed both domestic and foreign invested businesses unified tax incentive. This could help Home Depot to reduce cost of capital, and more capital can be created to help the business grow in that country. Next, economic factors. According to the National Association of Realtors, the median price of existing home sales dropped 1.7% in 2006. As a result, existing home sales peaked at 5.79 million units in February 2007. This significant increase in home sales allows Home Depot to stimulate their sales, as many contractors will be hired for renovations purposes of the new house. However, Alan Greenspan, Chairman of the Federal Reserve, warned that a recession could occur later in 2007 due to failure of the Federal Reserve to control the subprime mortgage crisis. This would result in the decline of home sales, as people will likely be renting rather than purchasing homes. Another point is that recession might affect other countries too due to economic leakage, which would also affect Home Depot sales in other countries. For the social factors, baby boomers are Home Depot most significant customers in terms of generation. Baby boomers tend to increase their spending as they grow older, and their income distribution is larger compared to millennials. Three main consumer base for Home Depot are the do-it-yourself DIY, where consumers purchase products and install the products by themselves. The DIY market represents the significant development in the home improvement industry, which accounts for about 40% 40% of the overall market. Next, the Do It For Me, where consumers seek for consulting services and Home Depot installation. And lastly, professional consumers like contractors, plumbers or other home improvement professionals. With the retirement of many baby boomers, the demand for do-it-for-me and professional consumers is expected to develop, resulting in increased home improvement spending. The technological factor, the usage of technology among business people around 2007 has started to emerge. This could trigger Home Depot, where it can make a brand new distribution and marketing style by utilizing the current technology. The existence of online platforms such as Amazon, Google, Facebook, and the latest one is Twitter may help Home Depot to market their products and services faster and even could reach a larger audience. In addition, by utilizing the usage of the website, Home Depot can provide relevant companies' information and able to provide a brand new online shopping experience for customers, as well as providing explanations on how to use their product easily through an online platform. As Home Depot already has the automated checkout machines as stated in the case, they may work to improve and upgrade that machine with the use of advanced technology. Moving on to legal factor. Home Depot is positively correlated with the regulations of the home improvement retailing industry. The regulations set by the authorities is to ensure a good industry competition. Different countries and states have different rules and regulations. Since Home Depot stores were in different countries, Home Depot must ensure that each of the retail stores abided with the rules and regulations set by the authorities there. This is to avoid problems that can cause reputational damage and involvement of extra costs due to non-compliance with existing regulations. Lastly, environmental factors. Sustainability is said to be interrelated with environmental issues. By practicing sustainability aspects in taking care of ecological, social, and environmental aspects while running a business, consumers would love to support those kinds of companies. As running a business in the retail industry, Home Depot could consider cooperating with suppliers that produce green products, green technology. To mention that the weather in Georgia, USA, where its headquarters is located, the weather there is quite far from being hit by a hurricane or any bad weather conditions. Therefore, weather forecasting for Home Depot is needed for each location where stores are located to ensure the smoothness of transferring goods from suppliers to the stores. Delays of operation that were caused by weather lead to slow operations and even would cut the profit, as the delays may involve higher unexpected costs. After looking at all decision criteria, major issues and alternatives that have been developed in the previous part, as well as considering the analytical tools, we have came out with one recommendation. So, we have decided to proceed with the Blue Ocean strategy. But first, why we chose Blue Ocean instead of Red Ocean? This is because the fact that Red Ocean strategy could cause competitors easier to copy. As compared to the Blue Ocean strategy, it is quite hard for competitors to do so, since there will be no competition if Home Depot indulge in Blue Ocean strategy. Furthermore, Red Ocean strategy requires frequent research and development to execute. As for Blue Ocean, in Home Depot case, R&D would be one step at a time and less frequent because it will be a slow process. Since R&D and Blue Ocean would be less frequent, the overall cost to apply Blue Ocean also would be much less than Red Ocean strategy. Besides, by applying Blue Ocean, not only it will contribute to a high product differentiation, but also it will increase customer satisfaction by making them experience the smarter and more efficient side of Home Depot. The question is how the current leader can help the Blue Ocean strategy to combat the poor growth strategy. Let's have a recap on both Home Depot leaders, which are Robert Naderly on this side as the former CEO, while Frank Blake as the current CEO. Before becoming the CEO of Home Depot, Robert L. Naderly was a CEO of General Electric Power Systems. However, even he once held the title of CEO, he still have insufficient experiences in retailing. However, the stock prices was stagnant during his time and he also has made weak financial performance. Under his leadership style, he adopted military leadership style and has created culture of fear among his employees, which results in inefficiency and customer dissatisfaction. Moving on to Frank Blake, who is the current CEO of Home Depot. In his previous time, he was a deputy secretary for the US Department of Energy and a former GE executive. He has public sector experience as he once served as general counsel for the US Environmental Protection Agency. He has experience in managing the real estate, store construction and maintenance, credit services, strategic business development, special orders and service improvement, call centers and installation services business. It is believed that Frank Blake could realize this blue ocean strategy since he has more experiences in handling business and have other experiences in handling external factors in terms of the environment, legal and others compared to Anne Nardelli. And for sure, Frank Blake could make a better decision for Home Depot. It is also believed that Blake's leadership style could bring back employees' motivation and spirit to make Home Depot stronger. So, the main idea under this blue ocean strategy is to create a platform that will be used to provide customers guidance and ideas on DIY projects. It is sufficient enough to provide Home Depot with the short-term, medium-term, and long-term plan. On the short-term basis, it is recommendable for Home Depot to provide a physical and printable catalog that fills with ideas on the home improvement projects, which include expert advice on how to take care of the home improvement products. Catalog will show things that are required for customers to have before doing their ideal DIY home improvement project, of course by prioritize the lowest cost possible. Additionally, Home Depot can take this as a chance to promote their products in the catalogs as in soft sales strategy. Apart from that, Home Depot also can book a slot in local newspapers to share some tips on home improvement projects that have been shared in the catalog. Through this way, it creates a demand for the catalog to be acquired by the customers as it can uplift their knowledge in designing their ideal home with Home Depot products. For medium-term recommendation, given the time period after the first phase of Blue Ocean Strategy implementation, Home Depot should already have sufficient capital to implement the second phase by upgrading the platform of providing customer guidance and ideas on DIY projects into a website base. Home Depot should hire a web developer to upgrade their current website, which focus purely for e-commerce by adding the DIY project tutorials and tips as a new feature. This new feature utilizes the same concept as in the catalog, except that it is delivered through the website along with additional video tutorials done by staff. The staff should have necessary skills in home improvement projects and teaching skills for the tutorial to be effective. Adding video tutorial could help DIY customers even better, as video tutorials are a sort of face-to-face learning environment and it is the better way to explain as compared to text-based tutorials. This is supported where studies showed that 2 out of every 3 workers complete tasks easier when given visual instructions, and they comprehend knowledge 7% faster. In long-term recommendation, larger capital should be available to implement the third phase of the platform by providing customer guidance and ideas on DIY projects into a mobile application base. Under this long-term reserve, Home Depot should hire professional application developer as a new team to create and deliver a remarkable change to the home improvement retail industry technology. For the application, consumers can easily download the application and make membership registration for free. It is an advantage for Home Depot when customers do the registration, as they could obtain data that includes customers' details such as their location, household size, type of home and housing, and even consumers' occupation. By getting that information,
Home Depot may use it as important data in research and development later. The membership specialty in this application is that not only customers are able to make purchases online, through all those purchases, they will be awarded with points and rewards will be given once they reach certain points. In addition, they also can make customization for the design of their own do-it-yourself or do-it-for-me projects. The application will assist the customers by helping them with choices of products to be chosen according to their preferences and to know tools needed for the planned project. There is also an online customer service feature where customers can just have a chat or make a call to Home Depot to ask for any queries. That's all from us. Thank you.